Doing something that's actually meaningful instead of sacrificing your life to capital. Just what a sad way to live your life. What a sad way to live your life. A few weeks ago, we talked to some hustle and grind folks locally here on the show, and one of those reasons is that, like I said earlier, I like to argue. I enjoy talking to people that, maybe that's a character flaw, but I enjoy stuff like that. But also, these type of folks are really popping off in a lot of ways in the last year or so. These red pill guys, Andrew Tate is one of them. He just got arrested in Romania for human trafficking charges, actually. But that's not what I wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk about a tweet that he sent on Christmas. What are you doing, tweeting crazy things on Christmas? Go spend time with your family. And a response that he got from a just really, really, really sad guy. I really feel sorry for this guy. So Adam, listen to this. Here's Andrew Tate's tweet.
Christmas message.
You are poor, you are unimportant. Men do not fear you, your woman disagrees with you. Your lives are shit. If I was forced to endure a year of your life, it would be the worst level of depression imaginable. This is clearly an insult on normal working people. Just a normal working, this is his Christmas message to you. Is that you're terrible, you're not as fancy as me, you don't have a Bugatti.
Your woman disagree. Come on now.
Yeah. It's bizarre, and it's bizarre that people, because he's obviously, if you are not a millionaire or a billionaire, he's talking about you. Even if you listen to his, this was on Twitter, so this was for his followers, right? This is what he thinks about you, and he's saying it out loud, and people still like it. I don't understand. And particularly the groveling that people did in the comments of this. A lot of it was people clowning on him, and rightfully so. But this guy, just from a self-proclaimed business owner, quote, "This is big inspiration. Doesn't matter how it is dressed up. Real talk or talk, you got to get yourself going. It's Christmas Day, and I'm still grinding. There's someone out there who will work even harder than me today. I need to be them and outwork them. Attitude." What a sad life, right? Just how do people look at that? Look at that kind of thing. This is the kind of audience that this guy attracts. How do people look at that and be anything other than sorry for him? But this kind of stuff is really beneficial to capital. You get these freaks preaching to disaffected young folks that you got to grind on Christmas or else you're a terrible person, and it makes you a lot more malleable to the boss. It makes you a lot more malleable if your entire self-worth is a competition with some freak on Twitter about how hard you work, how many hours you worked in the week, or how many NFTs you're selling. That's helpful for the boss. That's helpful for capital. And it also individualizes your problem so that you're not looking outwards. I'm a low-wage worker at Papa John's making $7 an hour. It's my fault. I just need to work harder. I need to give more to Papa John's.
Yeah, that's one of the things that I notice a lot about a lot of this rhetoric is it's all about the individualism.
Yes.
And it's neglecting to recognize that we are members of a society. And society affects us and we affect society, but no, not to hear them talk. It's all just about you individually. Yeah, if you're poor, it's because your own mistakes, your own flaws. And if you make it big and you are rich, well, then it's because you're just that much better than everybody else.
Right.
And so the hustle and grind folks are on their way to reaching the top where they can, sit safely and on their perch and look down on all the rest of us that aren't as good as them.
I mean, you listen to,
It's
and
a very bizarre kind of mentality, and frankly, one that is, I think, lends itself to pretty sociopathic outcomes.
Right. Yeah. Just what a sad life to tie your entire self-worth to the time that you sell to a company, or to building up a company that you don't care about. It's one thing, like, I put a lot of work into this. I don't make any money from it. I don't take any money from it. But I put a lot of work into it, and I'm proud of it. But it's because I care about it. It's not because I don't know, maybe some people would say I hustle and grind about this show or about the union or whatever, but I don't hustle and grind for the union or for my fellow workers because I want to make a bunch of money.
Right.
Or because I want people to, because I want to be like famous or some, hustle and grind idol.
Yeah, the problem is not like having ambition or being
Right.
a striver per se. It's like, to what end? You
Right.
know? To what end do you have this ambition or this drive or?
Yeah. I mean, a lot of these people, they're doing all this stuff to try to make more money or to try to make themselves look like they have more money. And they're working all these hours. They say they work all these hours. And, I don't know. If you added up all of the time that I spend not leisure time, between my full-time job, my work for my union, my work for the Labor Council, my work on the show, you add all that up, and probably I'm working as much as a lot of these weird hustle and grind people. But it's not for this weird material obsession. It's because I work at my job to make money to live. And that's it. That's it. I have a certain amount of, affinity for the work that I do at work. I feel like I'm doing a certain amount to help the environment and things like this with my job. But at the
end of the day, it's your means of survival.
It's my means of survival. The other stuff that I hustle and grind for is because, I believe in it. I believe in it. I believe in working people. I believe that we deserve more. And I believe that, that I want to help folks understand why they deserve more, understand that they deserve more, understand how to get more. And it's not by, sacrificing your life to a corporation. It's by coming together with your fellow workers and taking back the time that you have from that corporation and making them pay you equitably for it, making them pay you reasonably for it, so that you can spend the rest of your time doing something that's actually meaningful. Doing something that's actually meaningful, like spending time with your family, like making friends, like going to the bar, going to the church. Doing something that's actually meaningful instead of sacrificing your life to capital. Just what a sad way to live your life. What a sad way to live your life. On Christmas, no less. On Christmas.
Yeah. Yeah.
Talking about I'm grinding on Christmas and I feel bad. This guy, you can tell he feels bad because he's not grinding even harder. How sad.
Yeah.
How sad.
Well, and it's also sad when you see folks that can't believe in anything bigger than themselves. And that's a big problem in this country, is folks who cannot see or believe in something bigger and beyond their own immediate life.
Yeah.
So I think anyone who in any way does act in some way or believe in some way that recognizes the connections that we have as fellow humans, you are a radical. Mm-hmm. Whether you realize it or not, because frankly, it cuts against the grain of what we're trained to think and believe in this country, because this hustle and grind stuff is not really all that new. It's just repackaged every few years. Yeah. It comes and goes, and it's always going to be an undercurrent in our culture.
Yeah.
You just saw a clip from the Valley Labor Report. We are live every Saturday morning from 9:30 a.m. till 12:30 p.m. And we pride ourselves on keeping all of our content free to everybody so that we can talk to as many working folks as possible. If you support the work that we're doing, you think that it's important, you think that it's good, then consider making a monthly contribution to the project, and you can do that on our website, tvlr.fm.